Good afternoon and welcome to the next video in my What's New in DocuWare 7.8 series. In this video I'm going to talk through and demonstrate the filtering by row number for data assignments, which is point 3.5 on the What's New in DocuWare 7.8 documentation. This is again another feature that I know a lot of partners have been crying out for and a lot of partners have been asking DocuWare to implement. Previously, when we were looking at running through in the table fields, to update the table fields was absolutely fine. You could run through and use and get data from a table field using a square brackets and the row number. They would always start at row 0. Running back to the table was always a little bit more fun, and you had to have some sort of identifier in the table itself where the data was coming from or where you were writing the data back to. So you had to already match like a row to pull that through. That wasn't always the easiest to do. DocuWare has now made that much easier to do. So what you're able to do is, I'm going to be assigned data tasks now. I want to write to row number 1 in my table now. So I'm going to go to index table, single column, coding lines, and I'm just going to write back to the match status field. It might not be the right field, but just for the sake of the demo. And I want to write back the fixed entry of the word match. Now in the filter, I can loop through the rows that meet this criteria. I want to filter it on the new value that's entered, which is the system columns row number, and I want to set it equals 1. One thing to note with the row numbers, as I said, is they start at the number 1 in DocuWare. If you're using the square brackets, as I mentioned earlier, they do start at the number 0. So there is a bit of a discrepancy there. So just make sure when you're building your workflows, you do allow for it in your workflow. So I'm going to save that, process it through, connect my incredibly basic demo workflow up, save, publish. And now if I go back to DocuWare, get my dummy invoice here, if I edit the index entries on this, you'll see it's got 3 rows, match status is empty. Copy this to my document, to my filing cabinet. Fresh, just give the workflow a couple of seconds just to run. And now edit index entries. What you'll see is because I've automatically filled row 1 as per the criteria in my workflow, the match status is now automatically filled with the word match. Really, really super simple. Thanks for watching the video.